Hi there and welcome to the Travelling Bairns. Today we're going to be having a look at the Toyota Alphard Campervan. I've got the keys. Let's go.
Yes.
Here we are, just arrived in a convenient lay-by. Let's get out and have a look at the Alphard. As we make our way towards the rear, open the tailgate. There's a convenient little cupboard, which also comes in handy for your hookup cables, and this is where you'll also find your inspection hatch to turn on your gas. To get access to your gas bottle if you ever need to change it, lift the back seat, pop the frame up, and there's a little door underneath. Open the door and in you go if you want to change your gas. Moving on from here, as you can see, the Alphard has quite a fair amount of space in the back below the bench seat. Even with the bench down, you've still got ample space to fit these large boxes inside, and you can actually get 3 of them, which are pretty cheap to buy and lets you get all your bits and bobs in. So moving up towards the bench seat, it's handy. And there we go, we have a little seat with a view. So as we make our way around from the tailgate to the near side, the Alphard has electric doors. But first things first, before we go in for a look, let's say a big thanks to Paul for making us a threshold plate. Thanks Paul, much appreciated. So as we step in, let's get this door shut. Oh, that's better. So now that we've moved inside, it gives us a chance to have a look at this conversion. It's been done by Wellhouse. I don't know if I've already mentioned, but we're not getting sponsored by any means for doing this. This is just for our own little personal vlog, and anyone out there who may be interested in looking at an Alphard or possibly even buying one converted. So as you can see, we've got a 2-pot gas burner. Next to that we have the sink, typical unit for camper vans. and the tap, which is operated with the pump. Next to that we have an inbuilt fridge. Now there's one thing that we have noticed: when your fridge is part of your worktop, it's also very awkward and inconvenient at times to try and get contents out your fridge. So we've got this little idea where there's a sucker which sticks to the lid, and it keeps it up long enough to get your contents out. So above the fridge we have the control panel, master, much voltage is in the Leisure battery. We do have an auxiliary which never been used as yet, water pump, and we have two sets of different types of lights in the van, and finally the programmer, which brings on our hot air blower. And next to that we have one of these circular timbre doors, and it's actually quite surprising how much room is in here. You could hang some jackets, whatever you decide. As we move up into the upper level, into the hardtop, we have a window above the kitchen area. We have a good sized cupboard. It's actually quite deep because it's at the high end of the van and an upper tier. And we also have another window at the other side with the blind, and also the fly screen with your handles to let some fresh air in. Above that we have the skylight, which gives us the blind. Also another fly screen, and our hatch. As we make our way around, you maybe notice that what's also handy about the hardtop roof is it has these convenient shelves on either side, here and right along from front to back. Also important, always have your first aid kit and your fire extinguisher. There we come across the other cupboard. Pretty deep, not quite as high as the back one for obvious reasons with the design of the roof, but handy. Next up is the bed. There's a little handle down the front underneath the seat. You just simply pull the handle out and pull it forward. Oh, great. Lying in bed with a view. Now, as you can see, I've got curtains on every window, which is handy. For by having a room with a view, it also has these convenient holes for leaving your phone, cup of tea, and easy reach for this side as well. Up above we have the lights. Here's a little downside to the Alphard conversion with the rock and roll bed. For those of you who like getting up in the middle of the night, make sure you take your toilet out first. And put it, unfortunately, as we move forward. Oh, hello. You can't get access to the tambour door underneath the sink area. So make sure you take the toilet out first in case you get caught short in the middle of the night. There's a little tip for you. It's happened to us. Now, as you can see, when the bed is down, you really start getting a bit limited with the floor space. Now, putting the bed back is quite easy. Some have little handles at the side, or you can put your hand under the bar and just simply pull and use your knees or your hand, push it back, and it clicks into place. There you go. Just like that. If you are looking for some privacy during the day and you do happen to need the toilet, get yourself a cover, a flag, put some velcro stickers on the back, and because the Alphard has a hardtop roof, it's quite easy to stick a flag up and it gives you some privacy for using the loo. Here's a little tip that I discovered. Get yourself 2 clothes pegs, put it on a piece of string. Your headrest can come in handy for hanging the handles off a plastic bag for putting your rubbish in, or get yourself a little stick, put one end into the clothes peg, and use it as a little toilet roll holder for convenience. How's that? We love it. It comes in so handy. Oh, moving below, off the floor level, we have another circular tambour door, which we just happen to keep our tins, pots and pans. There's certainly plenty of storage in this van.
Plenty of storage!
So as we move around towards the rear, below the main seating, we have a handle, which is to dismantle and lower the rock and roll bed. But here we go, here's a little tip. Instead of using the door that Wellhouse happened to use in their conversion, hinge the full board, and it gives you even more access for anything you may have underneath, as you don't always want to be going out on a rainy day and getting wet just for the sake of getting something out the back. So we've discovered that that's a lot handier, and it's only a matter of seconds to remove the handle, or you could take a notch out it if you're prepared to do so. But yeah, that's a handy little tip. Now you'll see there's a lot more floor space with the toilet out of the way and the bed's back. We've got our stand, a leg, and now we have a table. So you could either have it sitting whatever way you wish, which is great, What's also handy about it is when you're dining, you can also dine with a view. Now moving towards the front. We have our warm air blower. Great stuff. Always comes in handy, that, especially in a Scottish winter. The Alphard also comes with a captain's chair. Well, we hope you enjoyed our little vlog on the Toyota Alphard Campervan. We look forward to seeing you again, and don't forget to
like and subscribe. Yes.